Chapter 58, Ashes of the Mortal Sky Location, Upper Boundaries of the Ember Vein, Dimensional Rift Verge Conditions, Rift Pressure Increasing, Spiritual Compression Active Combat Modifiers, All Key Output Reduced by 12% during Interdimensional Destabilization Ages Daiko, 17 Karo, 18 Zarek, 21 The ceiling of the underworld cracked. Not physically, but spiritually. A slow rumble echoed across the Ember Vein sanctum, one so ancient it vibrated through the soul, not the air. The sky above the three warriors, Daiko, Karo, and Zarek, shifted from molten crimson to a dull, ashen gray. The rift was finally opening. Daiko stood at the summit of their sanctum, eyes locked on the tear in the sky. Energy spiraled out like slow smoke. It wasn't beautiful, it was hungry. Something about it felt wrong. Karo joined him, scanning with his Cerealian-enhanced vision. That's not a natural breach. Something's pulling from the other side. Zarek appeared beside them, his aura twitching unnaturally. Or someone. Whatever it is, it's not welcoming us home. Breach descent. The trio launched upward together, soaring toward the opening. As they reached the edge of the Ember Vein's gravitational hold, they crossed into a new layer, the Ash Gate, an unstable region between underworld dimensions. Time and space warped around them. Memories flickered. Voices from the past echoed, some familiar, some long buried. You're not supposed to be here, too soon. The mortal sky isn't ready, one must burn, for the other two to ascend. Daiko gritted his teeth. Ignore it. Stay focused. The trio pushed forward. Then, pressure hit. A force that slammed into them like a wall of pure resistance. It wasn't just ki. It was reality fighting back. Combat encounter, Rift Guardian, Nyrost. From within the Ash Gate, a massive figure formed, Nyrost, the Rift Guardian. Part phantom, part armor, its face hidden behind an obsidian mask etched with time runes. Power level, 48,000. Type, anti-spatial entity abilities, Rift Spear, Dimensional Pierce, Temporal Anchor Field, Phase Banishment, Short Range, You Who Do Not Belong, Nyrost boomed, Shall Not Pass. Daiko surged forward first, his aura bursting with contained flame. We've waited long enough. Their battle began in silence, but the sky trembled. Extended combat sequence, Ash Rift battle. Daiko's first strike clashed with Nyrost's spear, causing the energy around the rift to fluctuate. Karo flanked from the left, firing a burst of echo shots, each one threading toward weak points in the Guardian's armor. Zarek warped into existence above the Rift Guardian with Chaos Faint Step, his foot slamming down into the Guardian's shoulder, but Nyrost didn't flinch. Instead, the Guardian invoked Temporal Anchor Field, halting Karo's and Zarek's movements mid-action. Only Daiko could move. Just him and Nyrost. Show me your resolve, the Guardian intoned. Daiko summoned the Ember Vein control technique, Key Surge Control, and poured his energy into a single, explosive burst, landing a punch that cracked the Guardian's chestplate. Time resynced. Karo blinked. Zarek reappeared mid-dodge. They pressed the assault together now. A synchronized three-man rhythm, honed from years of combat. Every clash sparked golden-orange light across the void. 60 seconds. 38 seconds. 19 seconds. Finally Daiko roared, charging the Weave Burst Rush, a technique created from blending all three of their styles. He struck. Impact. Crack. Shatter. Nyrost's mask broke. You may pass, the being murmured, as his body dissolved into ash. Transition, Mortal Rift Passage. The breach peeled open fully, exposing a bright sky. Not the living world, but its boundary. The trio floated silently. Zarek turned to Daiko. You ready? Daiko's eyes narrowed. Let's burn the sky if we have to. And with that, they passed through the threshold, no longer prisoners of the underworld, but warriors shaped by it. Skill updates. Daiko Key Surge Control, plus 5%, now 33%. Weave Burst Rush, unlocked, beginner, 0%. Power level increase, plus 1,438,600 Karo Echo Shots, plus 4%, now 25%. Phase Detection, unlocked, beginner, 0%. Power level increase, plus 1,337,400 Zarek Chaos Faint Step, plus 4%, now 33%. Anchor Resistance, unlocked, Beginner, 0%. Power Level Increase, plus 1,236,300 Chapter 59, Skyfire Re-entry Location, Outskirts of West Quadrant, Mortal Realm Surface Realm Shift Complete Atmospheric Sync, 94% Combat Availability, Restored Current Ages Daiko, 17 Karo, 18 Zarek, 21 The wind was different here. It wasn't heavy with ash or the pressure of the underworld. It was clean. Untouched. For the first time in years, Daiko, Karo, and Zarek stood on solid earth. Mortal earth. Trees bent in the breeze. Birds chirped in the distance. A rising sun cast golden rays across unfamiliar hills. But the stillness was deceptive. The energy in this world was weaker, but deeper, less chaotic than the underworld, but ancient and vast. Daiko took a breath. We made it. Zarek knelt down, scooping a handful of dirt. Haven't touched real soil in over a decade. His voice trembled slightly. Not from fear, but reverence. Karo, however, was already scanning the environment. His cerulean eyes shimmered with their signature glow. There's movement. 4 miles northeast. Key signatures, low power. Civilians, probably. But something else is off, Daiko nodded. This isn't Earth. At least not the Earth we know from the Dragon Ball stories. Zarek glanced toward the sky. Feels like a parallel layer. One that hasn't seen super science or gods. It's pre-legend. First contact, the Skywatchers as they made their way toward the village, the first sounds of alarm echoed from beyond the trees. Figures in long flowing cloaks emerged, humans, perhaps, though they moved with martial precision. Their energy barely scratched the thousands, but they radiated spiritual discipline. Organization identified, Skywatcher clan power levels, average, 750 to 1,200 command leader, high adept Lanel, power level, 2,400, region status. Isolated sanctum, protected from cosmic level threats. The group surrounded Daiko's trio in formation, spears charged with glowing jade energy. One of them stepped forward. You fall from the rift, and yet stand as men, Lanel spoke calmly. That makes you either ghosts, or problems. Daiko raised his hand slowly. Neither. We're just travelers. Travelers don't burst through the sky in a streak of black flame, Lanel replied. Where are you from? Daiko looked at his allies. The underworld. A hush fell. Every Skywatcher flinched subtly. Lanel lowered her spear a fraction. Prove you're not demons. Duel me. No death. Just truth through combat. Combat trial, Daiko versus Lanel. Daiko stepped forward, nodding. Lanel surged forward with clean, measured strikes. Her spear became a blur, spiritual energy dancing with each movement. Daiko parried calmly. He wasn't fighting to win, just to observe. Her form was tight. Refined. She'd fought countless opponents, just not ones like him. He allowed her to push him back, then countered with a controlled key pulse, disarming her and pushing her 10 feet back. She slid across the grass, stunned. You held back, she said. I wanted to understand your rhythm, Daiko replied. You're strong. Stronger than most mortals we've seen. She stood, nodding solemnly. Then I welcome you to the Sky Sanctum. Sanctum awakens, a new thread of destiny. The Skywatchers guided them through a forest gate cloaked in illusory magic. Beyond it lay a hidden city, floating spires, glowing waterfalls, and shrines carved from pure celestial ore. This world held secrets. And just beyond the sanctum, in the distant west, Daiko could feel it. A signature unlike any other. Not divine. Not demonic. But familiar. Zarek narrowed his eyes. That power, it's calling to you. Karo adjusted the scouter interface in his visor. Reading massive fluctuations. Could be an echo of your Scion bloodline. Daiko clenched his fist. It's time we figure out why we were sent here. Skill updates: Daiko Wii Burst Rush, plus 5%, now 5%. Key Control, plus 3%, now 36%. Power Level, plus 1,239,800 Caro Echo Shots, plus 4%, now 29%. Precision Key Threading, unlocked, 0%. Power Level, plus 1,138,500 Zarek Chaos Feint Step, plus 3%, now 36%. Mirage Split Form, unlocked, 0%. Power Level, plus 1,037,300 Chapter 60, The Signal Beyond Flame Location, Western Edge of Sky Sanctum Condition, Post-Re-Entry Integration Phase Environmental Buffs, Tranquility of Spirit, plus 15% Key Recovery Out of Combat, Combat Status, Inactive, Surveillance Mode, Current Ages Daiko, 17 Caro, 18 Zarek, 21 The Sanctuary buzzed with subdued curiosity. Whispers followed Daiko, Caro, and Zarek wherever they walked. Word spread quickly. Outworlders from the underworld, scion spirits in mortal flesh, the ones who bested High Adept Lanel without bloodshed. The trio were given guest quarters within the Skyheart Chamber, an ancient observatory above the Sanctum's highest tier. A place few mortals entered. A place where the celestial array pulsed with hidden codes, tracking rift signals and interdimensional echoes. It was there that the signal appeared. A sharp burst of red-gold energy. A flicker in the void beyond the known realms, manifested as a dragon-shaped pulse across the skychart. Zarek's brows furrowed. That's no solar flare. That's a message. Lanel entered behind them. It came through just after your arrival. And only you three can see it. Daiko stepped forward. Why? Lanel motioned toward the pulse. Because the message was laced with ancestral key one long since forbidden. The echo of Bardock data source accessed, Celestial Archive fragment origin. Scion memory echo designation, Bardock, father of Goku classification, soul imprint. The chamber darkened as the echo stabilized. Then, a voice aged, gruff, weary yet filled with strength. To whoever inherits the weight of our line. I saw the future. I saw the war. I saw our fall. But I also saw sparks. I saw you. This signal, it's locked in the mortal plane. Buried beneath the Skyfire Temple. Find it, and you'll unlock not just power, but memory. Remember who we were. Not monsters, but warriors with reason. Daiko clenched his fists. The voice vibrated through his chest like a drum of fate. That was Bardock. That was my bloodline. Caro narrowed his eyes. And he's pointing us toward the Skyfire Temple. Zarek tilted his head. That name was in the old scrolls. Temple at the edge of the burning veil. A sacred place sealed by flame. Journey to the Skyfire Temple. They departed at dawn. Clad in new armor woven from Skywatcher materials, resilient and sleek. The trio began the trek westward, beyond the Sanctum's veil. Towering cliffs and thunderclouds gathered above the burning riftlands, where the temple was said to rest dormant beneath layers of volcanic sediment and arcane traps. Caro adjusted his visor. Hostile activity detected. Energy fluctuation, 42,000, non-human. Daiko powered up, his aura igniting in a blue-orange pulse. Doesn't matter. We need that memory echo. I want to know what he saw. Encounter, Riftguard beast from beneath a molten ravine. A towering beast emerged 12 feet tall, cloaked in obsidian armor, eyes glowing molten red. Entity, Riftguard beast. Power level, 42,000. Behavior, Guardian, non-sentient weakness, exposed core during charge state. Zarek vanished from sight with Mirage split form, baiting the creature with illusionary clones. Caro launched a barrage of echo shots, drawing it toward him with synchronized pulse fire. Daiko took to the air, unleashing a controlled key surge technique, his body coated in the new martial multiplier form they dubbed Surge Drive, X 1.5 key boost, power level during Surge Drive, 59,700. Daiko struck with precision, aiming directly for the exposed core mid-charge. With a seismic roar, the beast crumbled into ash and smoke. The temple revealed, the battlefield quaked. Cracks split the scorched plateau, and from the depths rose Skyfire Temple. An obsidian monolith glowing with the same red-gold energy as Bardock's signal. As the great doors opened, heat and memory rolled out like a tsunami of emotion. Daiko stepped forward, a strange warmth flooding his heart. I can feel him. Zarek looked toward the temple interior, his expression hardening. No turning back. Karo exhaled, steadying his ki. Let's learn the truth of our blood. Skill updates: Daiko Ki Surge, plus 5%, now 22%. Surge Drive Mastery, plus 4%, now 9%. Power Level. Plus 1,840 1,600 Surge Drive Boost, 62,400, during activation. Karo Echo Shot Control, plus 3%, now 32%. Key Threading, plus 4%, now 9%. Power Level, plus 1,740,200 Zarek Mirage Split, plus 4%, now 16%. Chaos Feint, plus 3%, now 39%. Power Level, plus 1,638,900. Chapter 61E Flames of the Skyfire Temple Location: Skyfire Temple, Inner Sanctum Condition, Sacred Flame Chamber. Environmental buffs: Ancestral Ki Resonance, plus 20% Ki Recovery and Control. Combat Status, Pending, Potential Guardian Encounter. Current ages: Daiko, 17; Karo, 18; Zarek, 21. The great doors of the Skyfire Temple groaned open, revealing a vast chamber carved from volcanic glass and ancient stone. Red gold flames flickered along the walls, tracing patterns of long-lost Scion history. The air vibrated with ancestral ki and energy older and deeper than any Daiko had ever felt. The glow seemed to pulse in rhythm with his heartbeat. Daiko stepped cautiously forward, eyes drawn to a massive mural etched on the temple's altar. It depicted a powerful Scion warrior, a man fierce and battle-worn, crowned with an unmistakable scar beneath his left eye. The figure stood apart from others, his gaze resolute yet distant. Karo tilted his head. I've seen that face somewhere. Zarek's expression darkened. That's Bardock, Goku's father. The rebel who defied the tyrant Frisia. Daiko's pulse quickened. Yeah. I know him. Suddenly, a shimmering holographic projection flickered to life above the altar, a recorded echo of Bardock's voice. You, who seek the bloodline's truth, know this: I am not the beginning, but the branch. My brother, your father, lost in the shadows of war. You, Daiko, are my nephew. Daiko froze. The revelation slammed through his mind like a meteor strike. Nephew? Scion culture was famously distant, family ties vague and often forgotten in the endless cycle of battle and conquest. It had never occurred to him that Bardock was related to him by blood, his uncle. The projection continued: Scions do not often cherish blood ties, but power runs in the veins we share. You carry not just my fight, but the legacy of our lineage. The hidden strength of our clan sleeps within you. Daiko clenched his fists, his mind flooded with questions and a rising flame of determination. He wasn't just fighting for himself anymore. He was fighting for a family he never knew he had. Karo stepped closer, placing a hand on Daiko's shoulder. This changes everything. Zarek nodded, eyes blazing with resolve. We must honor that legacy, and face whatever trials await. Ancestral awakening. As Daiko absorbed the weight of the revelation, his aura flared brightly, bright enough to momentarily illuminate the entire chamber. The ancestral ki resonance surged within him, unlocking a subtle new ability: Legacy Pulse. Temporarily boosts ki control and power when fighting for family or honor. Daiko felt the power ripple through his limbs, a comforting fire in his chest. Incoming threat. Before the trio could celebrate, the temple trembled. From shadowed alcoves, ancient guardians, stone warriors animated by ki, emerged, their eyes blazing with protective fury. Temple guardians activated power level, 45,000 each number. 3. Karo quickly raised his ki, preparing to defend. Daiko took a deep breath, feeling the pulse of Bardock's legacy within him. This battle was not just for survival, but for the family ties that had finally come to light. Skill updates: Daiko Legacy Pulse, new ability, activated, Ki Surge, plus 5%, now 27%. Power level increase, plus 2,243,800. Karo Echo Shot Control, plus 4%, now 36%. Key Threading, plus 3%, now 12%. Power level increase, plus 1,942,100 Zarak Mirage split, plus 5%, now 21%. Chaos Feint, plus 4%, now 43%. Power level increase. Plus 1,840,700 The Guardians surged forward, igniting the chamber with their power. Daiko steadied himself, his uncle's voice echoing in his heart, ready to prove the strength of his newfound bloodline.